Good morning, everybody. Now let's go back to our grammar series to one of the most beautiful lessons in the English language. This lesson we need it a lot when we make a conversation or dialogues with people. How to express necessity in the present form and lack of necessity. How can we say this thing is necessary to do, or it's not necessary to do? Let's have some expressions. Number one, we use the word have to or has to. Of course, we use have or has according to the subject. If the subject is, can you tell me? He, she, or it. Very good. We use has. But if the subject is another person at the back, yes, I, we, you, they. We use have. So we can say you have, but she has. 2 plus infinitive form. We use this expression to talk about rules, or when you don't have a choice. We do not have a choice. You are obliged to do something, whether or not to do something. For example, we have to plus infinitive, as you see. We have to go to school every day. So it's a rule, it's a must. My father doesn't have to work today because it's a holiday. So this is lack of necessity. Here in this sentence, my father does not have to go to work today. So we use here doesn't because my father takes the pronoun he. He doesn't. But if we have a plural word like they or we use don't. My father doesn't have to work is infinitive today because it is a holiday. Another expression. We use the word must. We use must plus infinitive for many uses. Number one, to express strong feelings. To express strong feelings. Like, I must buy a present for my mother. So, this is strong feelings. Or wishes. Warm invitations. For example, you must come to my party tonight. You must come to my party tonight. This is invitation, but this is warm invitation. So, I like to come. I would love that you come to my birthday party. Or strong advice. For example, I must work hard for exams next week. Or I must stop smoking. This is strong advice. When I tell my children to wash their hands before eating, I can say, you must wash your hands before eating. This is strong advice. It's not a rule. We do not have a rule which says that you must wash your hands, but it's strong advice. Another expression, mustn't. Mustn't is not the negative form of must. Must gives us a meaning of necessity, strong advice, strong or warm invitations, feelings, and so on. But the word mustn't is another meaning. It expresses prohibition. Prohibition is the thing which we mustn't do. If we do the thing, we are going to be punished because this is forbidden. This is not allowed. For example, you mustn't park here. It's forbidden, against the law. This is against the law. So, this is forbidden. It's not allowed to park here. You mustn't forget that tourism is very important for Egypt. So this piece of knowledge is so important. That's to say, you must express it strongly and to talk about tourism in all powerful words so as to attract tourists. So this is something so important. So I warn you to forget that tourism is very important. This is the meaning of the word mustn't. Let's move to another expression. When we would like to express lack of necessity, we have many words. We can use the word don't plus have to, or doesn't. As I told you, this is according to the subject. Don't or doesn't have to. Don't or doesn't need to. Don't or doesn't need to. Or we can use the word needn't. But take care, this does not so it is not followed by to. Needn't only, without to. All these expressions must be followed by infinitive form. For example, I don't need to buy a new pen. I don't need to buy a new pen. I have already got one. So that's to say, there is no necessity. It's not important. It's not necessary. It's not obligatory to buy a pen because I have another one. We needn't. Here, needn't is not followed by to. It likes, doesn't, or don't need to. It's the same meaning. We needn't get up at particular times. It's a holiday. It's a holiday. So there is no rule whether to get up early or late. It doesn't matter. We do not have obligatory things or necessary things to be done on that day. The last expression we use need to. Need to plus infinitive is used to express or to refer to actions that are or are not necessary. It's better to do this thing, but it's not necessary. Omar needs to go to the bank after he finishes work. Needs to. We use needs because Omar takes the pronoun he and he takes s with the infinitive. He needs to go to the bank after he finishes work. It means it's better that he go to the bank to get some money, but it's not necessary. Sometimes we use need to express necessity or not. We need to buy some milk from the shops because we don't have any. So it's better to buy milk because we do not have before the closing of the shops. These are some expressions. Try to use them cautiously so as not to make any kind of confusion among these words, because as you see they are so related or relevant to each other, whether to use the word must or have to, has to, need to, all of them express necessity, or to use the word don't have to, don't need to, or needed to express lack of necessity. I hope you have all the benefits from this lesson. Until we meet again, thank you and goodbye.